Hey y'all, I'm finally in the classroom to do a little bit of reorganizing, cleaning up after the end of the school year. So I want to make a quick video to show you guys what that looks like and what my organization process is. So stick around. So throughout the year, I do try and keep up with filing things away and organizing things we have completed, because we don't always start a curriculum at the beginning of the year and then finish that curriculum at the end of the year. Sometimes things are mixed matched and in between, and we finish early or whatever. So it's not always the same. And I don't want to have to sit in this room for hours on end trying to organize everything. So I have kind of come up with a system that sort of works. You know what I'm saying? So first thing I will tell you, before I start. So unfortunately for us, our year doesn't coincide very well with when we need to turn things in for our state requirements. So for our state, we have to show all of our work completed from August to July, if that makes sense. So you'll see in my file folder, right, or not file folder, what is this? This is like a filing plastic cabinet thing that I got from Walmart years and years and years ago. Like, I think when I was like going to college. But you can find similar ones. It's just like a plastic filing thing. Anyways, so you will see in here, I have to list the year and then from August of that year to July of the following year. Otherwise, I will get confused. But that's just because that's the way that it works out. Because for us, we actually in our home do our school year basically from the beginning of February to the end of October, beginning of November-ish. So there's a little craziness that happens there, but really in all actuality, it works out fine. You'll just see that, and that's why it kind of doesn't make sense. So in my closet here, in my classroom, I keep this in there, but the main thing is I keep this little plastic thing I got from Target. It says to be filed. That means this is something that has been completed that I need to put away into this container, or I just need to figure out what to do with it. It's a unit study. We have completed the unit study. I will throw the teacher's guide and I will throw the entire student notebook in here. When I get some free time, I know that what's in here needs to be gone through. From there, I will take the teacher's guide. If it's something I'm going to save, I'm going to use again, whatever, it goes into this bin. It says completed curriculum. I really probably need to change it because these are really teacher's guides. But we've done so many that I've had to kind of switch it up here. But yes, these are all teacher's guides from different curriculums that we have done because I want to save those. I will likely use them again. And then I have another bin, same thing here. This one says teacher's guides. So this is what started. I think these are, yeah, there's more teacher's guides. And then on top, I do have a unit that we have not completed yet. So I will put the teacher's guides in there, or anything that I want to save to potentially use in the future. Note cards, or flashcards, lap books, things like that. Then I will go through the student notebook, right? So the student notebook would be in here. I will go through that and I will save whatever pages I feel I need to save for our own record, but also for our state requirements. So I will go through all of that, put that in a pile. What I'm saving goes in a pile. What I'm not saving goes in the trash, paper shredder, whatever. I'm not keeping it. No need to keep it. That's a lot of stuff. So it just goes into the trash. And I try and keep up with that through the year. Same thing with same thing when we complete a curriculum. Like this, for example, we have completed Math 2. I'll just stick the whole thing in here to begin with until I get ready, and I will go through and I will take the pages out of our math curriculum. The really, really wonderful thing that I really appreciate about the Good and the Beautiful math is the unit overview sections. Those are the pages I save, right? It's an overview of what was covered in the last like 30 lessons, I think. I take those out and I save all of those, staple each little unit section together, save the little review at the end. I don't save anything else. The whole book goes in the trash. Done. I don't have to do anything with it. Now, the pages that I save. So I will show you, for example, this was the year before. These are our pages from last year. This is everything I saved from last year. So this is going to be August of 2020 to July of 2023. That's how I have to report it to my state. And then inside of here, so this whole section is our year. And then inside of here, I have it organized by math, right? So I have a file folder for math. So all our math pages go in here. Then I have Gather Round. So all of our Gather Round, those student notebook pages that I save go in there. Then I have any extra unit study things that we do. Like this was a lap book that we did and things like that. I have those saved. And then this particular one, I wanted to keep track of like our reading stuff. So it went in this folder. And then of course I do have like some extra things that I saved and put just kind of in the front. But I know when I go to turn in the things that are required from my state, I can pull this entire thing out and say, this is what we did for the entire year. And I've been able to keep up with it the entire year, and I'm not overwhelmed at the end. So that is how I organize my curriculum and things. I will save these for a couple of years in the event that I need to refer back to them for any reason. And then I'm only going to save the things that really stand out, that I really, that I really want to keep for whatever reason. I will add more things this year because like we did a handwriting curriculum and we had Explode the Code and those types of things. So I will have more of the individual file folders, these down here. I'll have more of those. Obviously you can break those up however you want to, but that's just the system that works for me because I don't have to think about it. I know this is the spot that it goes and I just put it in there and then we're done. And if I do that when we have completed something, it makes things a lot easier. If you happen to, if you do curriculum differently, right? You say you do start a curriculum and complete it at the end of the year, one full curriculum, that kind of setup. Maybe give yourself different times on your calendar, like maybe every 2 months you go through the curriculum and what you've completed, you file away. Or if you do like, quarterly quizzes or things like that, just give yourself some kind of time frame that makes sense and works for, your curriculum and your schooling setup to go through and put away what you've already completed, especially if you have multiples. I cannot imagine how much stuff you guys have at the end of the year to go through and organize and keep track of. Even if you don't necessarily need to report anything to your state or you don't really need to keep track of any of this stuff, it's really nice to have and to look back on and see how how much you did, where your children have grown, all of that kind of stuff. So even if you don't necessarily need to keep it for legalities, you just need to keep it, or you want to keep it for yourself, this is a really easy and simple way to keep track of everything. So now that we have finished our school year, I'm actually going to start a new file here because, again, technically we needed to start in August, right? I had to start keeping track. This only goes through July of this year. So August for my state started a new year, which worked out really great because we did 50 states. And that ran us through the end of our year, and we were able to complete Math 2. And there's some, I'm looking over here at our independent basket. There's like some handwriting that got completed and some Bible and things like that. So I'm going to go through and make my file folders for all of those individual subjects, and then go ahead and go through what we've got and put them away, and then I am done. And that's it. So that's all that I do. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, anything like that, of course, feel free to leave me a comment. But that is it for today's video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.